What's going on? This is the Getten brothers. My name is Chris. This is my brother Mike. We are the creators of the musical short film Valleys.
We're here to answer some of your questions. And we were born out in New York, on Long Island. Very, very quickly after we moved down to the swamps of New Jersey with our parents, and we grew up there, and it was a good life. Still living happily.
Yeah, we recently moved out to the Arizona area, getting a new take on life. Everything's different, and coming from Jersey and growing up how we did, and then coming out here, it's two different paces of life, two different types of people that you see, and really just experiencing that is something that you can really be blessed for, seeing the fact that there's different types of people everywhere,
Right.
It's definitely a time where we need to respect other people, instead of always thinking with our wallets or thinking with our minds, we gotta move to that heart-centered thought, at all times,
And it's not only like respecting other people, it's respecting ourselves first, our environment, and anything that, things that help us and things that might not help us, but we still have to respect it.
For sure. Like living in that sustainable lifestyle, because right now it's in this world, it's crazy, we're so unsustainable, leaving such a big carbon footprint every day,
Yeah.
trash islands and stuff.
As a species, we're still learning, and I think we're making a lot of progress, and it's really cool seeing every day, seeing a lot of good news out there. That you could be tuned on to CNN or these different programs that just focus on the bad things that are going on, but every day there's also great things happening and great progress being made.
So yeah, like bringing that mindset, I guess, is just being in the moment, right? And just really being in tune with the good news and like just being there.
Yeah. Most of my influences are different artists, different musicians. Growing up, I know a band that I know influenced you as well was definitely Linkin Park. A pretty good band. More recently, I've been influenced by different painters, more modern painters like today, like Alex Gray and Amanda Sage, Autumn Sky. Some really cool visionary artists. And like current music, the first one that comes to my mind is Nako, Medicine for the People.
For sure.
Definitely has a rad message, and Red Hot Chili Peppers will always be relevant to me. Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
It's like we were saying before that, like Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of those bands like where you can listen to any song, every song, doesn't matter.
And reading that book the other day, I just like from the words of Da Vinci, like the things that will always be inspirations are just nature, and obviously everything's nature. So that's like music or art.
Yeah, for sure. Like to really expand on that point and like think about it, our influence. We're talking about artists and painters and musicians. It's all this substance that people are creating from, like the chopping block. And that's what we're all inspired by. We're inspired by this always progressing, always changing and evolving art, that's life, breathing and eating, anything you could say is art. So it's like
breathing, eating, sweeping, everything. It's inspiration if you're just looking for it. If you're seeing what actually is, everything can inspire.
For sure. What do you think? First thing that comes to mind for me is hockey.
Yeah, definitely hockey, ice, roller hockey, either one. That's what we were raised on, so it's kind of like second nature. But other than hockey, I would say just drawing, writing different stuff, making music, obviously. What do you think? Other than hockey, can't say hockey. I already said that.
Damn, I was gonna say hockey. Yeah, drawing and making beats, writing. I like writing a lot.
Yeah.
Writing's cool because you can create a world. You know, you can almost create a reality
Right.
through what you're writing about. You know, coming up with. You know, if they say like Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than education. Almost,
Right.
You know, it's what you're indoctrinized by is what limits you, but the imagination, you know, you're taking off.
Mm-hmm. And I like kind of looking at like older, like specifically like poetry, like older stuff I've written, and just kind of like seeing like, all right, what was I thinking when I wrote this,
Yeah.
and like what's the whole emotion of it. And I think that's what's great about just art, is that you can capture an emotion and always like reflect on it later or share it with someone that, you know, it could inspire someone as well.
And you can see your progress as well. Just as like you're talking about the mindset you're in and what you're writing about. You look at yourself from 2012 to now. I see the progress in my writing. I'm sure it's the same for you. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely time is a funny thing. That's a whole nother question, you know.
Some things that challenged me definitely in life has been fitting in, really being able to find my place in society. I think because I've always thought so different and kind of spaced out, always like looking at the stars and stuff. And reality is very textbook driven. You know,
Yeah.
keep your face in the textbook. So I think that's probably the hardest thing for me in my life is fitting in and finding a group of friends, being able to keep friends and have significant people around. You know, I kind of have always rode that lone wolf type of
That's
thing.
true.
You know?
I think you touched on a good point. Like, we're born into a culture that is like already really unnatural, like kind of forced the way just things are, and I feel like the reason why a lot of us are here now is just to kind of go back to a more natural way of living and just be more in the flow, like we were talking about before. Like, but something that challenged me, or just like kind of, I don't know, like being around certain people. Like, I just have a hard time sometimes interacting with different people. Like saying what's truly on my mind, and like, else? I don't know. There's definitely a lot of things.
Yeah,
There's definitely
it's
a lot
hard.
of
It's hard to like think on the spot, you know. But I thought a good thing that you said was like truly saying what's on your mind. I think in society there's such a driven on acceptable conversation. You know, it's almost like a monologue that's already existing, and you have to exist in that bubble to talk to a random person. We don't really dive into those soul yearning questions. That's just not what people are worried about.